Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 48 of Crusader Kings 2. And once again, before we start, a very big thank you to my Patreon supporter Gamer Cowboy for sponsoring this entire series with his generous donation. It really is appreciated. Thank you very much. So, we haven't really been able to expand our borders all that much over the last couple of episodes, mainly because we only have a couple of neighbours. And as is the way Crusader Kings works, it's sometimes a little bit difficult to pick on them because they do tend to consolidate their power. Although this guy's getting quite a good kicking over here. We might actually have a way of being able to have a bit of an attack at this guy. He does have quite a lot of pacts here, although they're all non-aggression pacts. Can we actually declare a war on you? Do we have a truce? We do not have a truce. Do we have any de jure claims? We've got some border disputes. Subjugation wars. We'd lose karma for declaring. Now, what type of claims are these? We can press people's claims. So I'm never sure when doing this whether it becomes our land or not. Now, this is a Raj. This is a duchy, essentially. Now, you are beneath me somewhere. Let's see if we could do that. What is your army size? You've got literally no men available to you right now. This could be a nice little easy thing here. So if I were to... Is that the right guy? Yes. If I were to declare war on you, we've revoked the council's ability to make these decisions. So let's go ahead and do that. We will need to raise our army. We're going to raise the vassal levies, because we are still having a few little problems here with... we are still having a few little problems with... What's the word I'm looking for? Factions. So, let's go ahead and just tell the retinue to stay there. Resign all the commanders from that and get everybody else up there as well. So we're basically going to be using all of our vassals' armies, especially this guy over here. This is the one that's nice and big and strong. So we want his levies to get a little bit weaker, and then hopefully that'll save us some problems later on. So this guy's already in a war with somebody, but we'll do what we can here. They may end up in another war. Let's go ahead and just group these guys together. We will let the rest of the people get here. So who do we want leading this? I guess it doesn't really matter all that much. But let's get you in to go and fight that battle, and the rest of the armies will arrive. In fact, you've almost arrived, but I don't think you'll be really needed. I can go and catch you there. Come on, autosave, let me do stuff. Few packs being disbanded. Yeah, this army's just going to get completely destroyed, and in fact it did. Do we have enough men to siege multiple provinces at once? That's always a very important question. The more quickly you can do this, the better. So let's go ahead and try and win this war if we can. You just have some men down here, actually. I don't know how he got them down there. Oh, I guess he owns this area as well, doesn't he? That makes sense. My wife is pregnant. As soon as we've captured one of these provinces... Oh, he's fighting them anyway. That's fine. We will go down and start sieging this stuff out as well, though that is something that will need to be done. In fact, oh, he's actually going to lose that battle. That was quite surprising. We could probably split this group in half, actually, and just move half of them down here. I think we've got enough men to deal with these. I think it's going to be slightly... Oh, you're increasing opinions. Good. It's more important for us that we actually get stuff sieged than worry about winning battles too much right now. Although, of course, winning battles, we're absolutely fine with that. Let's go and try and catch that army out while we can. Because we do have our commanders there. Heading back down there, are you? Okay, we'll catch you again. So there are a few little armies around. Do we want to... Yeah, let's make a move. We're already at 50%. We have a new heir. Excellent. Gamer Cowboy the 4th, that'll do. You're probably just going to put a weird number on the end. I should have changed that, but I think it will be fine. The numbers all got a little bit messed up. It's my own fault. I gave her a good tumble. Excellent. It used to be that you could, you had to manually put the numbers on. Now it does it automatically. It always catches me out. Those guys can form up as far as I'm concerned. His army really isn't big enough to cause any problems, but we definitely need to concentrate on getting some of these sieges done if we want to have any chance of winning this war before somebody else does and it gets nullified. We need an advisor. Both of these guys are malcontents. All of these guys are malcontents, actually. Malcontents and pragmatists. None of which we really want on the council. But, you know, you do want a seat on the council. You are a powerful vassal. I'll put you on as advisor. This is actually this guy down here anyway. But later on, see, dangerous factions. Let my rule begin. We could become arbitrary, or we could become just. Just would be nice. It'd give us +2 stewardship. And we got it. Excellent. So now that takes our domain limit up to 6. So if we actually manage to get rid of the council, we won't have the problem with the domain limit anymore. That's our daughter. Let's give her diplomacy. And we're at 60% here. Yeah, dangerous factions. We are... You're only up to... You're up to 93%. That's a little bit worrying. You are my steward. There's a lot of plot power against the steward. So maybe it is time for you to die. Anybody that we could bribe? No, but I don't think we'll need to. We should be able to get rid of him without too many problems. Just pausing up every time I win a siege because I want to sort of make sure I keep my eye on what is happening. There we go. We've got that. Let's go and march down there. Who have we lost now? We've lost our steward. Did we get him? Or did he go into hiding? I bet he went into hiding. Really don't want to have all of these discontents on the... or malcontents on the council, but... sometimes that's just what you've got to do. You go collect taxes in the capital. You're going to try and take that back, but it won't happen. Party of Soldiers is flying the banner of my vassal. Recently set up a camp in the middle of a field belonging to a farmer. According to the farmer, their campfire spread out of control and his entire crop was reduced to ashes. So his opinion of me would drop. The fire was a divine act. We get some revolt risk and lose some tax modifier, but his opinion of me increases. What is his opinion anyway? He hates me. So plus 15 is not going to make any difference. I shall pay the farmer out my own coffers, or make him pay. He doesn't have a lot of money, and he's quite powerful. He hates me anyway, so let's make him pay. And then the less money he has, the harder it is for him to field an army and go to war a lot. So as he doesn't like me anyway, let's make sure we continue to screw him over. Let's keep chasing this army down. He doesn't even have enough guys here to unsiege anyway. We're already at 82%. You're now moving down to there. That's fine. We're about to get another siege done here, which we did. We're about to win another battle here, which we did. We're at 97. I think we're just going to go and maybe take some of these fights if we can. We've got that fully sieged out. But yeah, we should win this. We've got another game of Cowboy. That'll be fine. We got caught. We lose 1 karma. That's not the end of the world, is it? So we're at 97%. We'll see if we grab any of this extra land. I hope we do. We should do. Something should happen that's positive. There we go. We've got 100%. So let's go ahead and offer peace. Enforce demands. And no, it didn't become ours. That became actually separate. I really don't understand sometimes how these claims work. She was a vassal under... See, her husband... Oh, it's her husband that's... Such a pain. So can I declare war on her? No. I can't declare war on you. Why can't I declare war on you? Cannot declare war if... Oh, we have raised levies. That's why. Derp. Gain some karma. What's this one? You've arrived at the marketplace. There's a large crowd gathered around. Let's pay some money. Let's pay some money and let's get all of our armies into our own land so we can lower the levies. Sounds like somebody just died. Right, all the levies are out of there. Let's go and find the right button. Disband the levies. So now we should be able to declare this war. Yeah, subjugation war. but we would lose karma. That's such a pain. And now, of course, we have a truce with this guy, so we can't declare on him again for a while. This guy over here, you do have a liege. Your liege is the guy that owns all of this green stuff, so let's maybe not go after him. What about you? You are independent, sir. And you're not particularly large, are you? You just own this down here. Well, we could certainly take that, I think. He doesn't have any pacts. He's got 1,000 men. We can declare war. Again, we'd have to spend karma. We don't really have any claims. We need to start getting claims on some stuff. That's part of the issue. What about you? You're independent, aren't you? We can force your vassalization, though. That's not a bad idea. You don't have any... Yeah, you've got 1.75k men, which is quite a bit. But we can force vassalization on you. So... let's go ahead and do that. So yeah, we'll force vassalization. We will lose some prestige, but that's fine. I guess I could have just asked him. I didn't need to force it, but oh well. We'll do the same thing that we did last time, which is raising up the vassal levies. We'll go and select everything. We will discount the retinue, which is that one. And then all of the rest of you can get together up here. We should have enough men. So as soon as we can get rid of the council, we won't be over the domain limit anymore. This is our niece. Go for etiquette. Yeah, if only we had a little more stewardship. But we've got some big numbers coming in here, and we don't even need to worry about the retinue, so that's fine. We've got massive numbers, and everybody hasn't arrived yet. Crusades, which doesn't really affect me. Might as well wait for the rest of everybody to get here now, as they're nearly there. And then we shall march forth and destroy that guy. Just have some ships floating around, which makes me think he does have some other land somewhere, which is interesting. Not too sure where. Let's group you all together. We will have... that's not a bad number of commanders, that is it? An 18, a 17, and a 15. That's pretty decent. Oh, killed by heathens. We've lost our chaplain. Let's get this guy then. You are going to attempt to proselytize. A lot of stuff that still needs doing, but that's fine. Now, we do have a fair bit of money, and I think we should be using that to continue to upgrade our own holdings. Let's go ahead and do the barracks here. Let's not go completely wild. We do want to keep some money, especially as we do keep getting dangerous factions against us. I don't want to spend all of our money in case we need to get some mercenaries, and there's already a faction here that is 99% power. It's this guy again. It's this guy down here. He needs to go, basically. There isn't an easy way to get to him, that's the only problem. Because nobody's willing to go against him right now. I mean, we can try. We can certainly try. And what we could do is where does he reside? Where are we? Owe somebody a favour. He's currently leading troops. But if we take our spy master, which is our mother, I believe, yep, and we want you to not plot and covered, build spy network, I think, and do that down there. Let's get you working. Let's put you to good use. Apparently one of the courtiers has been annoying my wife, and instead of asking for my help, she took the matter into her own hands, and she made sure the courtier would never annoy her again, or she'd know the consequences. Our current steward. What on earth were you thinking? Let's try and keep the steward on point. Well, we gave their army a good kicking. Let's just go ahead and kick the army a couple more times before we move back into position. See, this guy is actually in another war over here, so if he takes some of this land, it's good and bad. It's good because it's more land that belongs to our kingdom, but it's also bad because it means that he will be more powerful. I believe one of our vassals can be discouraged from joining. Yeah, ask politely. So that's this guy. Can we arrest him? Can arrest you. Can arrest you. Yes, we can arrest him. We've only got an 11% chance of success, though. Because he owns so much land. Very, very low chance of that happening. Who have we lost this time? We lost our steward. That's fine. Another malcontent. Well, you're not the best steward we could have, so let's go with you. Now, what we could do is we could always try and put our marshal here. That would increase our arrest chance by 19%. But let's try and get out of this war first. It could be very risky, because we've attempted this before. We've attempted this before, and we know how it turns out. But he is in another war. So that could help things for us. We've got 100% here, so let's pause up. Let us go, and this is our niece. Let's go diplomacy. Let's end this war. And let's go ahead and see if we can arrest the right guy, which is you. Still only got an 11% chance of success here. He's got 6,000 men. We've got 12,000, and we've got a lot of money. We really need to get rid of him. So let's go ahead and do it. We failed to capture, as expected. Pause up, because everything happens all at once. You need proselytize somewhere else is fine. Child lacks an education focus, which is our daughter. Go for etiquette. We've lost an advisor. Guess we'll be using you for now. Right, okay. So, there's no question about this. We really are going to have to raise all of our own levies and our vassal levies and everything else. Let's get all of these guys in over here. We can jump on a stack really quickly and get a quick win. Let's group these guys together. Let's get you marching down here. So he does have a rather big army, but we've got quite a big one ourselves. That sounded so wrong, and as I was saying it, I could hear it, but it was too late. So I'm not even bothered by these charts. Pause. Make sure we're paused. Right, these guys, you need to group together. You are lacking a general. I will lead the flank. It's a little bit risky. Who's in this one? Okay, well, we did win that battle. And looks like we completely destroyed that army. Now you've got a 4,000 stack over here, which is a little bit worrying. We can catch that 180 stack. Oh no, he's just managed to get away. Let's catch him. Any little stacks that we can catch are worth catching, essentially. Even to the point where I'm actually willing to give up on a few sieges. I'm paused now. Paused when I don't want to be, and not paused when I should be. So this is the biggest army. Let's go down here with you, actually, and just start sieging out his capital. In fact, why does it look like we're losing this battle? No, we are going to get it. And we've imprisoned somebody. You're moving down into there, that's fine. A peasant accused of murder is dragged before your court. His wife and children were found butchered in the small hut they called home. And he was standing nearby covered in their blood. Despite the damning evidence, the man continues to profess his innocence. The evidence is circumstantial. He was just nearby. Someone's hiring men to attack me. So we could have an adventurer threat. August of 71. Couple of years yet before that happens. You are heading down this way. We actually think we might beat this guy this time. Which will be good if we do, because then we can start revoking some of his titles. Take a few duchies away from him. Oh, we've managed to grab a relic. Excellent. 68% already. We've got that first siege. Yeah, we're really going to weaken up his army now. This is the guy that actually killed my last king when he revolted, I think. Ah, oh no, I thought he'd dropped his levies down there, but he didn't. He was just a little bit slow moving. 89%. Yeah, I'm just going to keep chasing this army down while this guy does the sieging. I don't think we're going to get too much more war score out of battles, although we might. Place prospers. 94%. There's 99%, and the siege is over, so we're going to offer peace, and that's you arrested, boy. You're done. Let's go ahead and drop the levies, don't need them anymore. Retinue can, let me just retire myself from leading that. Excellent. Call for the physician. Special character actions are possible. We don't want to go into hiding, that's fine. Idle council members, which is my marshal. You can go and train troops, actually. We've had a few battles. Go and train troops in the capital. So you should now be arrested. You are fantastic. That will reduce the problems with the factions. And what I should also be able to do is revoke titles from him. Revoke title. See, I could take one of the Rajas and give it to somebody else. Don't like the fact that you hold too many. You won't let me do that, will you? Oh, we don't have title revocation law. That's a shame. Oh, well, he's going to stay in prison anyway. Court physician has completely botched the treatment of my wife. Into the dungeon with him. What's happened to our wife? She's pneumonic. She's had horrible mistreatment. She's bedridden. She's got liver's pox. Excellent. Throw him in the dungeon. Your guards inform you yet another peasant family has been found butchered not far from where the first gridley murders took place. This time the killer was caught in the act. He was perforated by arrows when he tried to escape your guardsmen. It would seem that the peasant you had imprisoned was innocent after all. Unfortunately, he perished in your dungeons months ago. Oh dear. Court chaplain, need another new one. Excellent. Go and proselytize. Go and work on this one. We will find one that you can eventually do. Now, it does appear that this guy is still in the war, so we may still end up grabbing some of this land. And, yes, our wife did unfortunately pass. So basically we need somebody with excellent stewardship. And I think it's going to have to be you. So in we go. And that should be allowed. There we go. So now we're only over our domain limit by 1. So that does help out. Let's also go and build up something else here. Training grounds and more morale of armies. Yeah, that's worth grabbing. So go ahead and do that. We also need to get a new court physician. So let's go and work on that. We're still plotting to kill this guy. He's actually in prison, so we might be able to kill him off, actually. Before we do anything else, laws. Can we change the law yet with the council? 970. July. Well, we're so close. We're 16 days away. So if we were to abolish that... Council consideration. So we've got 2 that would go for us. You're returning a favour. You're returning a favour. Who would vote against us? You 2 would do it for a favour. You 2 would vote against us. You would vote no because you're returning a favour. You would vote no because you're returning a favour. Can we buy a favour from you? Yes. Can we buy a favour from you? Ouch. Could we buy a favour from either of you? Where's the option gone? You guys all going to say no. What about you? Who would say no? Who's this guy? Random courtier. He's cruel and one-eyed. Probably not the best court position. Right, so you, we want you to... Right, favours. You owe me a favour. Calling council support. He's already influenced by a favour, so we can't use that just yet. So this is a little bit annoying. If we tried to call in that... If we tried to get that changed currently, we would fail. We've got too many votes against us. Can we improve that? Can we get some people on the council who would vote for us? Like, for example, the advisor. Let's just go and start replacing people on the council. Advisor cannot be revoked. Is not voting on a law. Oh, advisor can't be revoked. Stick him in the oubliette. Okay, so who can we change? You've got a favour. You're voting against us. So this is our... This guy. Let's appoint somebody new. Somebody that likes us, even if they're not particularly good at their job. You are just... Need somebody that would actually be on our side, really. Glory Hound. Let's put you on there. You're going to go ahead and proselytise somewhere. Probably won't be too long before you die. Who else was going to vote against us? My mother. You, we've just changed, but that didn't help as much. The steward. Could we get a better steward? Just trying to see if we can get people that would just agree with us right now. But no, we're going to struggle a little bit. Maybe we'll have to wait. We can't change that rule just yet. But we can certainly do it later on. Anyway, I'm going to end the video here for now because we've gone well over the 20-minute mark. So thanks a lot for watching. Once again, a very big thank you to my Patreon supporter, Gamer Cowboy, for sponsoring this entire series with his donation on Patreon. It really is appreciated. I will see you guys on the next video. And until then, goodbye for now.